The cafeteria was buzzing with the usual chaos of laughter, clattering trays, and the echo of sneakers on tile floors. It was lunchtime, and for most students, it was the best break of the day. But for the new girl, Maya, it was anything but comforting. She walked in quietly, holding her tray with both hands, trying not to make eye contact with anyone. Her long black hair was tied neatly into a braid, her simple white blouse tucked into faded jeans, and her backpack hanging loosely on one shoulder. She wasn't here to impress anyone. She only wanted to survive the day without drawing attention to herself. But high schools were rarely kind to the quiet ones, especially not to the ones who looked different. Maya chose a corner table near the windows, hoping the sunlight would keep her company while she ate. She opened her tray, picked at her sandwich, and tried to ignore the stares. Her presence had already been noticed. Whispers spread like wildfire among the cliques scattered around the cafeteria. Some girls whispered about her clothes, some boys chuckled about her silence, and then there were the bullies. The ones who never missed a chance to feed off someone else's discomfort. At the center of the room sat Ryan and his crew, 3 boys who considered themselves kings of the school. Ryan, tall with messy blonde hair and a leather jacket, was the self-proclaimed leader. Beside him were Kyle, always chewing gum with a smirk, and Brandon, who laughed louder than anyone else. They noticed Maya immediately, and their eyes lit up with cruel excitement. "Look at her," Ryan sneered, nodding toward her. "Sitting there all alone like she owns the place." Kyle chuckled. "New girl's too quiet. Bet she's easy to mess with." Brandon slammed his soda can on the table. "Let's have some fun." The 3 of them stood up, their chairs screeching against the floor. A hush fell over the nearby tables as other students noticed the predators on the move. Everyone knew what was about to happen. Some leaned in to watch, others looked away, but no one would dare step in. This was how it always went. Maya kept her eyes down, but she felt the shift in the air. She knew trouble was coming. She had felt it before in other schools, in other cities. Bullies always found her. But what they never knew, what no one ever suspected, was that Maya was not just some shy girl they could push around. She had been trained since childhood, in silence and discipline, in control and power. Her father had been a martial arts instructor before he passed away, and his greatest lesson to her had been simple: never start a fight, but never let anyone finish you. Ryan reached her table first and slammed his hand down on it, making her tray jump and her juice spill slightly. Maya looked up slowly, her eyes calm but sharp. Well, Ryan drawled, leaning in. "New girl thinks she can eat by herself. That's not how it works here." Kyle snickered. "Maybe she's too shy to talk. Or maybe she just thinks she's better than us." The Brandon circled behind her and without warning, yanked the strap of her backpack hard. The pull was so sudden that her body jerked backward, her sandwich dropping to the floor. Gasps filled the cafeteria. Some students covered their mouths in shock, while others waited eagerly for the show. Maya's hands clenched into fists. She closed her eyes for a brief second, hearing her father's voice in her head: patience, control, precision. When she opened her eyes, there was no fear left in them, only fire. Ryan laughed. "What's the matter, new girl? Can't handle a little fun?" But before he could finish his smirk, Maya moved. Her elbow shot backward with lightning speed, slamming into Brandon's ribs. He staggered with a grunt, clutching his side, his face twisted in pain. Gasps erupted from the students. No one had ever fought back against this crew before. Kyle lunged forward, but Maya rose from her chair in one swift motion, grabbing her backpack strap from his grip, and spun. Her movement was fluid, precise, almost too fast to follow. With a sharp twist, she hooked her foot behind Kyle's leg and shoved him forward, sending him crashing to the ground face first. His gum flew out of his mouth as he groaned. Ryan's smirk vanished. His eyes widened as he realized this wasn't going the way he expected. But pride wouldn't let him back down. He lunged at her, grabbing for her wrist. Big mistake. Maya shifted her stance, gripped his arm, and used his own momentum against him. In one controlled motion, she spun and flipped him over her shoulder. His body slammed onto the cafeteria floor with a deafening thud. Trays rattled on nearby tables. Gasps turned into cheers. Students jumped out of their seats, unable to believe what they were witnessing. Ryan groaned on the ground, his jacket twisted beneath him, his pride shattered. Brandon tried to get up, still clutching his ribs, but Maya's piercing eyes stopped him cold. She didn't even need to move. The fire in her gaze was enough. Kyle was still face down on the floor, muttering curses but too dizzy to stand. And just like that, the kings of the cafeteria lay scattered at her feet, their power ripped away in seconds. The entire cafeteria erupted in chaos. Some students clapped, others shouted in disbelief. A group of girls in the corner cheered. For the first time, someone had stood up against Ryan and his crew, and not just stood up, but destroyed them in front of everyone. Maya stood tall, her breathing steady, her braids slightly loosened from the swift movements. She didn't gloat, didn't smile, didn't even speak. She simply picked up her tray, set it back on the table, and sat down again as if nothing had happened. But everyone knew things would never be the same. Ryan's crew had been humiliated, their dominance shattered in front of the entire student body. And Maya, the quiet new girl, had revealed a strength none of them could have imagined. The whispers spread fast, louder than ever now. Did you see that?
She floored Ryan. She's insane.
Nobody's ever done that to them before. Who is she? Maya ignored the chatter. She ate her sandwich calmly, as though the battle hadn't just happened. But inside, she knew this was just the beginning. Bullies like Ryan never stayed down for long. They would come back for revenge, stronger and meaner than before. But Maya wasn't afraid. She never was. Because she had been trained for moments like this her whole life. And if they dared to come again, she would be ready.